Randy Tramp here, Yankton, South Dakota. Um, Prince, we mourn, the world is mourning the death of Prince. Although I didn't listen to his music that much, I'm finding out that this was an extraordinary artist. I mean, and that's an understatement. I'm amazed that he had a home in Minnesota. Minnesota is only where he lived is only about 6, 7 hours from where I am, Midwest of the United States. I personally love it. I wouldn't not live anywhere else. We had moved around the United States, but I love the Midwest, and so did Prince. Seasons, I love the seasons, but we're mourning Prince, and it's sad. It's sad. He was young, uh, and he was only a year and 1 day older than me, and so that just, I don't know, but Randy Tramp here. I do these broadcasts mainly for more for myself than maybe others, because I want to look back. It's a diary of the news, and maybe years from now I'll look back and see what happened and the significance and all that. And so join me, and all right. Trump is always in the news. He always is making some kind of thing. He's an expert at that. Bernie Sanders, Tuesday could close the door. It's what the headline is saying. Could close the door. I was surprised. I was talking to a lady that very strong Republican. Talked Republican a long time. But she told me the other day, she said if it comes down to Trump or Hillary, she will vote Hillary. And she went on to say that the women in America aren't being treated right. I kind of just, wow, how many more people will think that way? We'll find out. That's the big news this week. She is going to be on the new $20 bill. I've read anything that I've listened to or read is people don't like it. And I think it's probably a matter of time before it's going to say, and maybe they've already said it, that if you don't agree with the new $20 bill, you're racist. I don't believe that. Marcy, good morning. I don't believe that. Good morning, everybody. And I don't know how I feel. I always, when it comes to change, I like the kind that you put in your pocket. I'm sorry, bad joke, and bad pun. But well, we'll see. It'll be all right. It's only money, ain't it? Earthquakes. Oh, hit Japan and in South America, in Ecuador. And it's only, they say that they're concerned that it may hit on the west coast of the United States. Hopefully not. These are horrible, horrible events. I was only in one earthquake, and it wasn't really that serious. We lived in California when an earthquake hit, and it was weird. It was just plain weird. You're walking down a hallway, and all of a sudden, you just kind of feel that shaking. I mean, your mind can't register what's happening. At least mine couldn't. And here we go now. This lady is having a virtual reality. She is flying on the wings of a plane Uh, imagine parachuting down Grand Canyon, or Thomas and Eve. Good morning. Imagine, boy, my imagination can just run wild. I'm a writer, and so I can imagine just. I mean, you talk about getting rid of your fears. You can go on a roller coaster and it actually be realistic. And so, what would you what would you like to do? Would you like to hand glide off of a huge mountain, or ski in the Alps, or I mean, the sky's the limit when it comes to this virtual reality. So the virtual reality is a ticket to anywhere. Let's see. Good morning. Let's keep going. Now, this is Book Loving Nurhan. Did I say that right? I hope so. Book Loving Stars on Instagram. I'm gonna have to check this out. This is one of those articles I'm going to. Reese Witherspoon is a reader. Kimberly Williams is a reader. Emma Watson. I really enjoy Nicholas Sparks' book. I just finished one last night. In fact, I stayed up way too late. Hello. I stayed up way too late. I got caught up in a Nicholas Sparks book, and I couldn't put it down. And so this is one of those articles I'm going to read. The long and the short of Clooney and Trump. I'm going to find out what these stars are reading, and I'm going to check it out. Here's the bestsellers book list. I haven't read any Nora Roberts books, but that I think I want to. Hamilton, The Revolution. Now that sounds interesting. The Girl in the Ice. That book has been on the bestseller list for several weeks now. Might have to look into it. And look at the chicken. We have some friends that we live in a town of probably, I think Yankton has like 40-some thousand. Hello. Good morning. And they raise chickens, and we go over to their house, and they have a really expensive house, but they have chickens in their backyard, and it is quite hilarious. It really is hilarious. These chickens are tame. It's funny. I get a kick out of anytime we go over there and see their chickens. So, FBI keeps secrets. You think? They don't trust each other. And who knows? That makes a good story, doesn't it? Again, there's the new 20. Changes come to other bills. $5, $10 also get a makeover. Hello. And what do you think about that? Curious what your thoughts are. Here's another best-selling books list. I haven't read any of these. Daniel Steele. Third Wave. Seen the movie? That was really good. And, well, that does it for the news of the week. When I'm continuing. I'm going into the last part of my book. I've had to do some rewrites because I've sought out the advice of mainly women. I value the opinions of women when I'm writing, and they read some of my book, Night to Night, which is about a guy without the knowledge of his wife rescues abducted children. Thank you for that. And his teenage daughter goes into rebellion, and his wife becomes suspicious. And Mark Steele, ex-Special Forces commander, must change, in order to keep his marriage and family. Can he? That's the question. And so I've had different people read it and give me advice, and so I'm rewriting, and I'm working with an editor. And hi, Ukraine. Glad to have you here this morning. And so I'm working, and I'm getting into the last part of it. I'm going to have to do some more rewrite, because I talk out my plot, and I find out that it's not coming across the way I'd like it to. Thank you for the hearts. And it's not, and so I have to do some rewrite. That's what I do. I'm a writer. I love it. I enjoy. I read and write and study. And my favorite author is Nicholas Sparks. And Dan Walsh is another one. Karen Kingsbury. I love these. Ernest Hemingway. I've been told that the way I write is more along the lines. Of course, not anywhere close to Hemingway, but that's the kind of the style that I like. The short, almost the way Trump speaks, but I don't say the words that Trump says. Short declarative sentences. That's my style. I like it. I like to say a lot by saying little or writing little. That's what I really enjoy. I write short stories. In fact, if you want a short story, visit me at randytramp.com. 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 You have to fill out all the thing on my email thing. I don't know why, but you do in order to send it. And go ahead or drop me a note. I'm on all the social medias, the Facebook, Twitter. Drop me a note. I'll send you a fast fiction, which is under 1,000 words. I love writing flash fiction. It's one of my loves, and I have them on my website. I'll send it to you. I have one that I've had a lot of reviews on, Josephine. People really enjoyed it. And I have others. I love writing with a twist. You think you're going one way, and all of a sudden I whiplash you into a different direction. And so that's how I write. I love wit. I love smart aleck characters. I just that's me. And so I usually have some character in one of my stories, and not all. And so find me. I connect. I love connecting. I love connecting with people on the web. I usually, when I read books, most of the books I'm from Yankton, South Dakota, Midwest of the USA, and I like to chat with the authors. I like to hear what's behind the scenes. And so maybe you're a reader, maybe you're a writer. I would love to, Moscow, good morning. I would love to connect with you. And I've had people say, hey, would you read my book? I love it. I wish I could speak Russian. Can't do it. You know, there are a lot of Ukrainians, Russians, that live not far from here. Sioux Falls, South Dakota is a place that a lot of Russians have come to migrate to. So, Australia. I love Australia. I have very good memories of Australia. I was there many years ago and loved it. Perth, really enjoyed it. Loved the people. You Australians are some of the nicest people on the face of the earth. and uh, and so really enjoyed my time there. Um, Photo in the wall. That is my family. We have a huge family. Here, let me see if I can. We have a huge family. Got a little glare on it, don't we? I have 8 adopted children, and I have 6 grandchildren. My children range from 2 to 32. And my grandchildren range from 2 months old up until about 6, 7 years old. We love it. Oh, we love it. No empty nest here. My kids are going to come down in about 15 minutes, and I always do comics and kids. Never know what those characters are going to say. You have boys, okay? I have my youngest is a girl. And then I have 2 boys, and so and then I have Callie. She's going to be 12, and then Noah. He's a teenager, and then the rest of them are adults. So we have 5 in the home, and my wife takes care of our grandchildren, and so we have children throughout the house, and I really, really enjoy it. In fact, I'm going to a native reservation. I'm a full-time freelance writer. That's what I do. I write articles for the paper, magazines if I can find it. I'm writing a book, and also on Sundays, and in fact in a little bit I'm going to go to a Native American reservation, and I'm going to do kids service, Kid Zone. We have like 30 kids. Thank you. 30 kids, Native American kids that I have. Spain, good morning, that I teach. Love it. Oh, I love it. Kids are wonderful. And basically, I'm an introvert, and so children. In fact, a lot of the Native Americans are very introvert. They like to keep to themselves, and there's a few that are very outgoing, but most of them. Thank you very much. That is very warm, and so. It's a fun time. I enjoy being with him. My son Noah, he's a teenager. He comes with me, and he runs the computer, and so we have a whole lot of fun. And so that's our today. Nice here, boy. It's been nice here in Yankton, South Dakota. Thank you. And it's supposed to be around 70 today. This next week it'll drop down into the 50s. Well, I appreciate those hearts. Really appreciate it. And so who are you? I'm Randy Tramp, and I'm a freelance writer. Love writing fiction, nonfiction. In fact, I'm finishing up 2 articles this week, and I'm going to submit them. One article is from a Chinese lady that was in China during the war. Actually, Japan attacked China before World War II began, and she was there. I love Nicholas Sparks. Absolutely. I read. In fact, last night I was finishing up a book of his, and I stayed up too late. I should learn. I should learn not to start reading his books at night, because I just can't stop. the Night of the Rotundi. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. Uh, um, about a weekend, this lady takes care of a bed and breakfast for a friend, and there's one guy and the storm hits, and yes, Rondadale. I didn't know how to pronounce it. Uh, One thing like that. Yes, that was the name of the book. You like Nicholas Sparks, I take it. Uh, I just read his books. I really enjoy his books. Haven't watched any of his movies, but I love the books. I wouldn't mind seeing one of the movies. Uh, and so you, I know him. Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, I have. I've read quite a few of his books. He's the author that I try to emulate. I'll never get to his level, ever. I know that, but that's what I would like to. Um, I would like. I enjoy his style, and I study. His son played against my stepdad. Oh, really? Well, that is a small world. Thank you for that bit of information. It's always nice to make connect the dots in real life, and so I would think he's a pretty nice guy, just the way his studio. Okay, he lives in North Carolina, huh? Okay, well that is really something. I yeah I would think he's a really nice guy. I can just imagine that he is. I look for anything that comes out about him, and so yeah, great. That's why all of his books are based. Oh yeah, sure, yeah. We lived in South Carolina for a year, so I know. I would assume that South Carolina is similar to North Carolina, so I and so I wish that would all go away. What America is trying to paint on North Carolina, because I know it's not true. I South Dakota almost was at the same way. We had a legislation trying to go through, and then it got dropped. And so, but yeah, Nicholas Sparks. I In fact, I'll find another one of his books. Do you have any other books that you recommend that I've read? The Wedding, The Choice. I've read, and so there's some of them that still I wanna get into. Notebook, yeah, I love the Notebook. I enjoyed the Notebook. That was okay. I'll check out the Lucky One. I haven't read that one, so I'll check that one out. And uh, I haven't found one bad Nicholas Sparks book yet. Dan Walsh, he writes quite. In fact, a lot of people say that he has. It's good, but Trump or Hillary is. Whoa. Uh, I'm scared of both of them. One of them, I don't want to pay more taxes. The other one, I don't want World War III to start. So I don't know. Bernie, like I said, I don't want to pay more taxes. He wants to give everything away free. I suppose that's nice and good. I like the idea that our young people uh, get uh, college. I like that. I think it would be a great investment for America if we decided to extend uh, free public education and include. I think there are other countries that put a lot of investment into their young people by giving them that education. And so I would like to see something. Excuse me. But how do you pay for it? I don't know. I don't want to pay more taxes. And so uh, we'll see. We'll see. I suppose uh, a lot of them have uh, good ideas, but I'd personally like to see less government, but I'd also like to see us invest in our young people. It don't make sense, does it? Can't have both of them, can you? So, there we are. Well, that is the news. Good morning, Anthony. That is the news for this week. And you're a Trump fan, okay? I mean, he says it like it is. He really says it like it is. And for business sake, he may be the one. You're not a Trump fan. People either hate him or love him. Yeah, you know where he stands. He says he's not politically correct. And he's doing some change, and he's trying to become. I don't think he hates Mexicans. He just shoots his mouth off, and I don't know. We know the real Trump. I don't know if we know the real Hillary or the real Bernie or the real Cruz. I just don't think so. I do agree. We need to watch our borders. I fully. We have to. I don't believe he hates Mexicans. Yes. Rest in peace. Yes, I haven't listened to too much of his music, but every chance I get now that I see something on TV, I listen to it because it looks like the man was remarkable, just a gifted artist, and sad. I'm Indian, so what will happen to you? Indian or Native American Indian? Just curious. And so, checking the time here, and it's a little bit before 8. He was not just a singer, he was a figure. Dublin, okay. He was known worldwide. Native American, okay. Well, good morning. I'm going to a Native American reservation this morning to teach some Native American children. I love the Native Americans, just wonderful people, and so wonderful, and I just love Native American children there, and I always look forward to it. And so it takes me about an hour to get there, and so that's where that's all. Good morning, though. Did you catch 10 Grover Lane? No, I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. No. Movie. No, didn't catch that. John Goodman. Pretty good movie then, I would take it. I hear my boys rumbling upstairs. So, good morning. I'm going to have to come back. I'm going to have Kids and Comics in a little bit. Join me for that. I'll go upstairs about 5 minutes. Bring my boys down. And I never know what those characters are going to say. So you have a great day. Randy Tramp. Connect with me, please. I love connecting with people. RandyTramp.com. RandyTramp.com. Or Facebook or Twitter. All the medias. I'm there. Connect with me. Love it.